Hello, thanks for joining me again. Now, this episode we stood up. You can clearly tell we're doing something different, and as the title indicates, this is a different way to get a bench press t-shirt on. Now, if you've been in the equipped bench pressing industry, or you've been involved in this for some time, this probably ain't all new to you. You probably already know this. You probably already do this because it really works, and it's sort of like what all the pros do. But to me, I've only just discovered it. So if you let me on my joy and show with some other people that maybe don't know this, let's just use it as that. Let's spread the knowledge and try and make it more well known. So for this, we're going to be using our Hamura bench press t-shirt that I showed you in last episode. Remember the size large, it's 42 equivalent. So we're going to want to turn him inside out. We'll go inside out. We're going to lay him down. And got two plastic bags. Now, if you've never seen this before, this is going to blow your mind, but these bags will do something incredible when it comes to getting a bench press t-shirt on. So we're going to get a hand, we're going to shove it into the bottom of the bag, and we're going to rip it like this, stick our arm through, just slightly so the hole's there. Then we don't want to widen that hole any more than we need to. I'm going to do the same with this bag for the other arm. A lot of elite bench pressers will do this. I mentioned about shirt slippers that Titan do. These sort of have a similar effect. A lot of people do say that the plastic bag does work better, so I'll leave that up to you to debate. While I'm having success with the plastic bags, I can't justify paying more money. So now we're going to take our normal t-shirt off. And we're going to get the plastic bag, and that hole we've just made, we're going to stick our arm through that hole, so the handles of the bag are going to be where our hand is. We're going to want to pull this up our arm, widening the hole as little as possible. We want this bag to be as tight as it can be around our arm. Now this all depends on where your shirt is going to go to on your arm. Me, I like to put the bag up to the top of the bicep and the tricep, around the shoulder, because I feel like the bag lowers down my arm as I'm squeezing the shirt on. Now we've done that with the left arm, let's go and do that with my right arm. Just repeat the same process. Again, this is definitely worth the hassle, and it's not an expensive strategy. These bags, they literally cost 10 pence each. I don't reuse them at the moment, just because I'm not that bothered for using an extra 20 pence a week whenever I'm equipped bench pressing. I'll tie a little knot there, just so the handles are together. Same on this arm. There we go. Now we're going to grab our shirt, going to stick our arms through it, keeping the bag loops on a finger. Again, this is what I found works for me. There's obviously going to be other ways for the people, but again, it's what works for you, like almost everything in the powerlifting industry. Now we can see how the arms are sliding on. Again, we all know about the arm wheel for the bench shirt. So now it's obviously inside out. I'm going to pause the video now, but all I'm going to do is get... Oh, sorry, I won't need to pause it. This is the first time I've been able to do this by myself. Get the... There we go. Turned inside out. I normally end up in a lot tighter predicament, but getting close to a competition, obviously drop a bit of weight, must be sliding on a bit easier. So here we go, sliding on. We've got it overhead. Now the reason why we turn the shirt inside out is so that we can allow the seams that run, you may not be able to see them, but we have these seams that run along the back of the shirt or along the shirt. You want to make sure they're lined up as symmetrical as possible. Now I can feel that they're both on the back of the elbow. Oh, this one's not quite there, so it's easy to twist. 2 fingers, hits the elbow joint, 2 fingers, 3. This one needs to go up a bit more. 3 fingers on the seam, hits the elbow joint, 3 fingers along the seam, hits the elbow joint. There we go. That's how we've easily slid the bench shirt on. Now we need to get the bags out, because I'm sure if you've ever watched powerlifting, you've never seen anyone come on platform with plastic bags coming out of their arms. So again, that's just an easy slide out. If any little bits get caught, you've just got to pull them out. Again, it makes it a little bit hard to save and reuse the tighter your shirt is. But if you wear a slack shirt, and whilst you're training, you can keep these bags in and just take them off when you take the shirt off. You're obviously more likely to save your bag than obviously having to rip it off as I have. That one came out a little better. Leftover bits. So we've got the bench shirt on now. So as I've showed you before, it's all about, we need to get this collar nice and low. So we'll pull it a bit low. And as always, I recommend a bench press belt. Again, I've talked before about this. I use the Titan Omega 3. Oh no, not the Omega. Fish oils, is that? My tablets. The Titan Omega bench press belt. We're going to get our collar as low as possible. Again, you may not be able to bench press with the collar as low as possible if you're not using enough weight. Like I train with some people that are equipped and they can't bench press as much as me, so instead of having the collar as low as that, they'll just have the collar up here. So then it's keeping it more in an easier position to get down, rather than being in a really low position like that. It may not look that much, but that extra inch or whatever down on the chest really helps with the bench. I'm going to clip a belt in. I have this belt so it's not too tight, so I can comfortably be like that for a fair few minutes, because most people when they're squatting, if they're using wrist wraps, will wrap the wrists and then clip the belt in. Whereas me, when I'm bench pressing equipped, that is, I will clip my belt in and then I will go and wrap my wrists. I've not got any wrist wraps on me at the moment, but if I did, I'd show you. They're all packed in. Wrist wraps always end up at the bottom of my gym bag. So again, everything I talked about last week, if you watched the episode on the Homura bench press shirts, it rings true. The arms are really tight. I'm struggling to get out up there, maybe a finger at most. The fabric is a lot stiffer. The collar, it's super firm. Again, it's comparable to the Super Katana low cut bench shirt. Again, instead of tucking down like that, the shirt wants you to go down like this, instead of like that, an angle sleeve, you can see how it's a bit more angled downwards rather than a bit more angled out like that to help with your arch, because if you think about it, when you're arched, you're going to be coming down like that, whereas if you're a flat back, you're going to be coming down like that instead of like that. Again, it's just how advanced the bench press manufacturing has become. So I'm going to show you how to get this off, if I can get it off by myself. If not, this video is going to end on a really bad fail. Just grab the back of the shirt and get it up. Alright, looks like it's coming off. Looks like it's coming off alright. Yeah, rather there. The bit that makes you look daft is done. Now I'm just going to really fight to get it over the elbows and the forearms. It's a lot easier when you've got your training partner. You've got a bench to dangle off if needs be. So that is all wrapped up with the Hamura bench press t-shirt. I've got no bench pressing footage to show you at the moment from this other than the bench press that I did last week, but any training videos will be posted on my Instagram if you want to keep looking on there. Again, that's at Gregory Bargold Pearson. That's same with Facebook and all socials if you want to check me out there. Give me a follow, whatever you want to do. Comment below if there's any videos that you want me to do coming up. But as of recording, we are 2 weeks and 5 days out of my competing day at the British Junior Classic Championships. Again, competing 66 kilo. Got a little bit of weight to move, but everything's looking good. Everything's training good in the gym. Not to worry about. Fingers crossed. We're going to retain our title that we won last year. Keep trucking forward. Hopefully we get an undefeated year. Get a 6th British title of the year. We've got 2 open and 3 sub-juniors. So let's make that 4 juniors and 2 open. So thank you for joining me. It's going to smash some records at that championship, and I'll see you in next week's video.